Welcome to this week's edition of SportsSpeak, where we speak sports. And this week we'll be talking with Bruce Williams. Hello, Bruce.
How you doing, JP?
Fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine.
And as always, we'll be talking sports. Then we talk about a variety of the games: football, baseball, most of them, swimming, whatever we can. And some maybe like lacrosse that I know nothing whatsoever about, but maybe whoever I'm talking about will know something about it and tell me something about it. And certainly we're going to do some Brad Ghost watching too. Bruce? Well, Bruce, you're an official, and I want to know something about officiating and something about what it's all about. And I know for a fact that you officiate Little League and maybe some other stuff. Tell me about something about officiating Little League. What's the situation?
Well, it's a hard job to learn to do, but it's gratifying to learn. The more you learn, the better you get, and the better you get, the more you want to do, because you're helping the kids learn to play baseball and learn good sportsmanship, as well as other things, good character, and how to get along with other kids. I've been into baseball 26 years now. I'm going on my 27th year. 22 of them as a high school official. And I just enjoy getting out, working with the kids and helping them play ball and learn how to play it right.
Do you have an organization or something that kind of helped you or trained you or something, what keeps you in line?
I'm a member of the Beaumont chapter of the TASO. That's the Texas Association of Sports Officials. We have chapters all over the state of Texas, and we do the high school games and some college games, some semi-pro games. It's just whatever comes up, but basically we're high school officials to do the high school games. We have over 15,000 members statewide. We have training programs in our local organization, and as a matter of fact, we start our meetings for the next year, coming up year, the first week of January, and we send out newsletters and all to the papers about the chance if someone wants to become an umpire. That's the time to come and get in, because we start our training programs about the second or third week of January, and we have training programs for the new officials that come in for about 4 or 5 weeks. We work with them on the field, in the pitching pens, and we try to get them ready to go out and do the games on the high school level, which is a little bit more demanding than doing Little League, but it's all basically the same game.
The UIL has organized all over the state. They help to direct the athletic programs for the school, don't they?
Well, that's their basic job, is to oversee the sports, the games that's played, the sports in high school, set down the rules and regulations.
I understand that Charlie Braddock, one of our good buddies from Buna, coached at Buna, played at Buna, coached at Buna, coached down at Lumberton, I think, and also helped us broadcast a few ball games. I understand he's the athletic director of the UIL. Is that what it is?
He's the director of the UIL, yes.
The fine fellow, isn't he?
He's a pretty good guy.
Okay, let me ask you this about the fans. Is there a difference in the fans in Little League level and high school level?
Well, actually, that's the only one thing I ever disagreed with about Little League, was that during a Little League game, an umpire has to control the field as well as the stands, which lots of time puts you in competition with the fans. Whereas a lot of other leagues, they have designated people or directors in their league that if you have trouble with fans, you just go over and tell them, and they go over and take care of it, and then you're not directly involved with it.
Yes, sir.
In high school, you have administrators that you go to. If you have a problem with someone, you just tell them they need to go over and quiet it down.
Do you participate in a Little Dribbler program?
No, sir, I'm not much of a basketball fan. I encourage people. My son played basketball and didn't play baseball. But I encouraged him all the way to play whatever sport he wanted to, and to excel in it as best he could, and try to win, always try to win. But no one wins every time. I told him he needed to learn to be a graceful loser at the same time.
There you go. Did you play Little League, or what sports did you play?
I played Little League baseball coming up through the years.
Here in Silsbee?
Yes, sir. When they first had the old field over there where the Kirby office is now, I think they only had like maybe 6 major league teams and maybe 4 minor league teams. The minor leagues played 2 days a week and the major leagues played 3 days a week, and that was it.
The program much expanded though now, isn't it?
Oh yes, they're real big out there now. They have 5 or 6 fields out there that they play on, and with the implementation of girls softball, that's a whole nother area there that started, and it's coming on and catching on real good. There's a lot of girls that you would be surprised how well they do play the game.
And you say you also officiate some volleyball besides that?
I took that up as a second sport, and it's I've only been doing it about 7 years, but I'm real enthused about it. I like doing it. It's competition, a different kind of competition than baseball, but it's real competitive. It's different, but it's still exciting, and to get 2 teams that play really good volleyball against each other, it's fast paced and it's fast moving, and it's pretty exciting.
You mentioned softball, girls playing softball. What's the difference in the game between softball and Little League baseball? What's the difference?
Well, the game on the high school level, they play a little bit faster. They play time limits sometimes in high school, and the rules don't vary very much. They don't have balks because they don't play off. But and the mound is flat, and that's about the only thing I can tell you about it. All the other things is just basically like baseball.
You mentioned something about your Beaumont officials organization or something, and some of the things they do. What are some of the things they do besides do the officiating?
Well, back about 10 years ago, we got together, and I helped implement it as well as 3 or 4 other people that's on the board. And we got together and decided that we want to try to create a scholarship fund so that we might help some of these area ball players when they go on to school. And we've tried it 2 or 3 different ways, and we've had tournaments and stuff, but the best deal that we've worked out so far for fundraising is we have an all-star game every year right after the ball season's over, and we take all the all-stars from all the leagues, even the small schools, 1A, 2A, and 3A's, 4A, 5A's, and we play the underclassmen against the underclassmen, and then we'll play a game against seniors. And it's a one-day event, and we usually bring in enough to give $8,000 or $9,000 scholarships a year, $8,000 to $9,000 a year.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Well, since we started it, we've given roughly around $200,000 worth of scholarships to area ball players. And the good thing about it is they don't have to play baseball in college to get the scholarship. We award it to them for being a high school player that we agreed that they were good leaders and they were good players and deserving of it. And that's what we took into consideration, and we try to help them. And they don't have to play baseball to get in college to get the scholarship. They're awarded the scholarship this year, and the next year they get it. But they have to be enrolled in a school and be actively going and passing. It's the only restrictions we put on it.
Rita, the old mean storm that came through here did us a lot of damage, but we survived. It's all okay now. But I understand that you in the past have gone to the East Coast maybe to help repair storm damage like that. Did you do something like that?
Well, I did go out to the East Coast for a while, a couple of years. I laid out baseball. I was in the stump grinding business at the time, and I went out behind Hurricane Hugo out in South Carolina. But after that one trip, I haven't worked after. I worked after hurricanes around here, but that's the only one I actually went and worked around. I stayed out there a couple of years with that.
My goodness, 2 years working on it.
Yes, it was a mess.
Oh. Well, what else is there something you'd like to tell me about sports, or something you'd like to tell me and our listeners, our viewers?
Well, I just say that people need to come out and support these kids and watch them when they play and give them encouragement. And if you get time and you'd like to, and if you got the time and you want to come out and try to see if it's your cup of tea, we welcome you to come out. Join us in our officials association. we'll help you all we can get started going, and you can get in there, and it's really great because you're still in the game, you're just on a different team.
There you go. By the way, are you familiar with the Silsbee Little League program? How they have advanced over the years and in playoff speculation and all that?
Well, I haven't been involved with Little League a lot in the last few years because of the demand on the other levels of baseball I've been playing. But I have heard that they have been doing really well.
How about the Silsbee baseball team? Have they started yet, and what's the scoop on them?
Well, we'll start our meetings in January. They can't start scrimmaging in baseball until February the 1st in high school.
Do they have to wait for basketball or what?
Well, if you play basketball, you can't go out and start baseball until your basketball is finished.
Is that right?
That's right.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, Lordy, we happy to have Bruce Williams here with us to tell us about the officiating. I know you. What's your sister's name?
Which one?
the one I know.
Nancy.
Nancy. What's her name?
Nancy Hendricks.
Nancy Hendricks. Isn't she a young dandy?
That's right.
Is she your favorite sister?
You got in touch with me and told me to get in touch with you.
Yeah, I couldn't.
You know what I always say, there's 3 ways to get information out around Silver: the telephone, the television, and tell Nancy.
There you go. I like that. How about that? Yeah. All right. Okay. I knew you had it in you. Bruce Williams. Y'all been watching SportsSpeak. I hope you're still watching. And if you're there watching, I guess, after me. And we'll always be talking a little bit of sports and a few other things. And we talk football, we talk baseball, golf, swimming, whatever. Bragg Ghost Watching is coming up. Go ahead, what you say?
Well, you know what the big thing is they're talking now at the state meets when we go to them that they're bringing on, that's really catching on in high school, is bowling.
Bowling?
Bowling, because it gets kids that wouldn't be inclined to play baseball or maybe football. But,
yeah.
You know, it gets more kids involved because of the competition level of that. You know, they may not be cut out for football or basketball. Yeah. You know, everybody can bowl.
Then they're not planning for the schools to put in a bowling. Well, now they go out to the bowling
I think they do up north. I don't know what their plans are down here. I'm just saying that's something they're rolling around, and we've heard about the last couple of years at state meets, and it's something that's going to probably eventually work its way down here to us.
Are you familiar enough with it? Do they have a referee or an umpire?
No, if they do, I sure want to fly.
For bowling?
Yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
I think I can handle that.
I tell you, you're one of my Jim Dandy ones. I was told not to punch him anymore like that, so I'll pat you on the shoulder.
Well, we go back a pretty good long ways anyway, JP.
We go way back. We miss Mr. McDonald, though, don't we?
We sure do.
Mr. McDonald was the daddy of all Little League stuff. He's gone on. Well, you've been watching SportsSpeak Sports, and we'll be bringing you some more as we go along. We'll have someone else here on the program a little later, maybe. J.P. White with Bruce Williams. Now, we'll take a break.